What's going on, all? We are here with Phantasy Star Online, and this is the closed beta, which definitely had a error 37 situation the majority of last night. But when we were actually able to get on, it started at 8 p.m. Eastern. It actually apparently started a bit earlier than that. What's a support menu? I'm not going to bother with that. So it was supposed to start, that's my character, which I'm very, very happy with. I think I pulled off a lot of different things I was trying to pull off at the same time. You can see I have almost 4 hours in-game time already, which is weird because I feel like I spent about 5 hours on the game. So I'm kind of curious how they did that. Forgive my voice. I guess I'm still I am waking up from the previous night of playing this, because I was about to call it quits, and basically when I was at that point, my best friend Jeremy called me and he's like, "Oh, we're on." It's like, "Oh shit, let me get my ass out of bed." So at about 1 in the morning we got on this and we played until about 6 in the morning. So this is fun. It's been fun. The game does have some lag from time to time, which is okay, I guess. I mean, it's nothing huge. Nothing that's going to stop me from playing the game. Plus, there are a lot of other people playing the game. They're testing the servers and blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I can forgive all that. Alliance Union, great. I can make one of these eventually. I'm not worried about it right now. So,
what would you like to do?
I guess if I'm going to show off anything here, I don't know that I'm necessarily going to show off stuff. Honestly, I'll probably just talk about it for a while, because it seems... yeah, let's do that. I'm aware to change my class, because I don't want to
stop by anytime.
Destroy any potential progress that I have with Jeremy. So I might as well make a... or go under a different class, rather, is what I mean to say. So I'm very much expeditions. Leveling through the gate without taking you on a quest will allow you to freely explore the park. That sounds good to me. Yeah, sure. Let's do that. Let's just free roam the forest, because apparently that's a thing you can do. See, I'm still learning stuff. So, we have a huge history with Phantasy Star Online. A huge history. Did that battery icon mean my mag is hungry? Like, should I be feeding it more? I don't know what I'm really supposed to do here. I don't know these things. Yeah, position with most players. That sounds about right. I feel like my stats are different. Actually, my stats are different. I'm a different class now. I'm literally going to learn on the fly as I talk about this. Holy shit, there's a lot of people here. I don't know how to play yet. I don't know how to play yet. Why am I punching? I'm punching as a force? Oh, there's a Talus, so I can use that. Alright, cool. Now I kind of know what I'm doing. Alright, so there's a lot more to grasp with this game. I forget how lock-on exactly works. I think you just kind of face in the direction of the enemy, and you lock on. And it's kind of the same way in this versus the first Phantasy Star Online, except for one thing. You can swap the lock-on. Like, you can lock on flat out. There's a lock-on button. I don't remember if there was in the Dreamcast or not. It's been too damn long. But, you have a dedicated lock-on button, and you can swap your targets by flicking the right stick. And there's a rare drop already. So, lucky me, victorized run, whatever you want to call it. It's probably nothing that great, but whatever. So, someone's clearly got the healing thing down. I should get on that, because I actually can do that. Is this my light spell? That's my light spell. That's not my healing. I know I have Resta, so I should probably put it to my hotbar. But, not doing that quite yet. Plus, I have people with me, so I have people to distract from needing to be as good. So, not that I want to be carried or anything, but I've done this area a bunch of times at this point, so... This isn't me saying I know where to go, because I sure as hell don't. My character looks like Tron-esque with all this other stuff that I've equipped on him, but I don't understand how that works either. Again, just starting the thing. So, this is the color, I guess. What's interesting is there's a lot of flowers along the lines of the color I was trying to go for hair-wise with this character. I have a whole description on how I made this character. I'll probably if I remember, I'll leave a description for it, because I'm actually pretty proud of how this all turned out. This video is very, very all over the place, so if you were expecting a typical, impressions video, that's not quite what you're getting here, but I swear I'm going to talk about the game. So, like, I'm waking up / really excited, so, like, it's hard for me to comment on this. Can I not pick this up? Oh, I can't carry anymore. Shit. I definitely want that. What weapon can I drop here? Can I drop... Let's drop a rod. Or discard a rod, whatever. Bam! Give me that red processor. Or rod processor, I think it said. I don't even know, man. Am I full again? Like, I can't pick up stuff anymore? I think that's the case. Can't carry anymore. Fuck! So, anywho. The lock-on is great. Honestly, the combat is interesting enough. Similar to Souls. Like, the lock-on works pretty well. If you're fighting a bigger enemy, there's a dedicated dodge button, which you can press to obviously get out of the way. You can attack from a distance, because I'm playing a spellcaster type character. My main class is a Tector, whatever. As you might have noticed upon coming in here. Did I just, let me go back out there, I guess. Because this finishes the area, I think. So maybe there's more XP to be earned if I go back out there. If we keep triggering, like, certain events or whatnot. Which seems to be the case. I'm just going to follow them. Get me these level ups for my Force class. I like spells in this game. So, I know, like, critical attacks existed, like, being able to time it right. Special attacks, just attacks, whatever they're actually called. I know just attack is a term in this game, but I'm not sure if it's the term for the critical stuff. I read the tutorial, but I forgot what the hell it's called already. The time hits, we're going to call it that, right? So the time hits were a thing in the previous game, but you can do timed hits with spells now, and that was not a thing before, and it makes casting that much more appealing to me, because it feels more satisfying getting the timed attacks, because those were also a thing in the actual Phantasy Star RPGs before this game turned MMO. So, like, it's pretty damn cool. So you can see with my Foy, which is my fire spell here, I'm gonna have some Kentucky Fried Rappy, like so. Put myself to level 4. And it's pretty cool. I like it. I really like it. I mean, honestly, you're not going to hear anything other than me liking this game, because I am pretty impressed with it. I had fun. There's a lot of getting lost and getting used to things, because there is a lot more of a learning curve to this game than the original Phantasy Star Online. Things have changed a lot since. I do feel the combat's evolved, and there'd be no way to really tell that unless I kind of go back to the old games, but I kind of feel like, you know, with things like Souls existing, like that type of walk-on, dodge, whatever type combat, which this is my dodge, which is cool, because you can, like, you're, like, floaty, and you kind of disappear, like, it's cool, I like it. I assume that's a Force character thing, like a caster thing, that the dodge doesn't quite look like that with the other characters, so it's a neat little touch that I like. And you can also pick a subclass. So I'm actually going to be a hybrid class. I'm going to be a Tector means, or a Tector is the casting type part of it. So like the other half is going to be a hunter. So I'm going to be a Tector and hunter as a subclass. So I'm actually going to have some focus on melee, because evidently one of my favorite weapons from the original game, the Levis cannon, is now randomly a wand instead of a sword. So that kind of made this whole decision easier, as far as like what to pick character-wise and influences I wanted to take from to make the character and so on and so forth. But there's a lot of areas to explore, a lot of quests to do. Your typical MMO where you get like your dailies, weeklies, whatnot. I really should consider feeding my mag, but I really just don't know what to do with it, so I don't want to fuck that up. I think I have a better idea than I did, say, at 6 in the morning yesterday when I first tried to do it for a quest. But I still want to do a little more research to not potentially screw it up. See, so like right here, this bigger guy, right? I swapped to him, and he's probably not going to focus me, but if he does, you know, I can just kind of dodge, you know, time it accordingly, and dodge when he's about to like do something to me, which is pretty cool. Luckily, I have this guy with me, so I don't need to like. It looks like 2 guys with me. So there definitely hasn't been a lack of people to play with. I will say that. And every now and then we'd end up by ourselves, but then sometimes we get a random person joining our party, which was always welcome because I'm pretty sure the XP increases for that. You can jump. You get access to skills. If you look in the bottom middle, you have X, Y, and right bumper that you can do stuff with. Of course, I'm playing on the Xbox because this wouldn't be those things if I wasn't. So you can map spells that way. You can have 3 different loadouts, or excuse me, I did something that actually gave me access to 6 loadouts. So I'm a liar on the spot. So there's that. I'm gonna mess around with this gunblade just to do something a little different. But yeah, you can get 6 loadouts. Put them with whatever stuff you want to use. You have other quick access things on the bottom for like other items. I have 4 monomates there, but I don't need health right now, so that doesn't really matter. I really should change some of these loadouts, honestly, with this class, because I haven't messed with them on this class, to be able to actually heal people. But I suppose I'll worry about that when I'm not focused on making a video. I don't really know. So like I said, this is gonna be all over the place. Like, this is not something. I'm so happy that this game finally exists. It was a 7 long years, or might as well be 7.5 at this point. Actually, I don't think it's quite been 8 years. Some people say 7 years, some people say 8 years. Depends on who you ask. I think more accurately, it is 7.5, roughly, that we waited for this game to come to the U.S. properly without having to go through like a bunch of steps. I'm sure like it's gotten easier over the years, but I just couldn't be bothered to ever do it. To see an actual official release, kudos to the Xbox team and Phil Spencer for helping make this happen. That's not something I say very often. So Nathan, if you're checking this out by some chance, you know, you might be happy right now, because this is definitely something I'm going to give them credit on. Because like, this could not be a thing, and they made it happen. As I'm sure I couldn't hide when the announcement came. There was a lot of cool stuff that happened that year, but this was the thing that Corey and myself were most excited about. I'm also kind of name dropping a lot here, but a lot of us in my gaming community, video gaming hardcore, we're tight-knit. We've known each other for years, so like, that's something that's going to happen. Considering that's probably mostly who's going to check this out, unless something crazy happens on this channel. I don't really feel out of place saying that. Let me catch up to these guys. There's action going on, and I'm not part of it. A lot of damage counters going. But yeah, see, these guys are in the air and shit. And, you know, gunblades are pretty cool. They seem pretty satisfying to use, actually. To channel my inner FF8 here. And you can already time attacks in this game, right? So I guess Renzo Kuken, or like if that's what it's called, or any of the other limits, you know, I can pull the trigger for the gunblade. That's a kick to FF8, and something I know you can appreciate, Jeremy, if you're happen to be checking this out. I'm just referencing all sorts of people at this point. I'm referencing all you awesome individuals and then some, because I love you all. So I'm gonna fuck up some rappies apparently. The combat feels smooth as hell, which is good. It's very important for an ARPG, and I like it. I'm a huge fan. I suppose I can really only say so much, because I don't know a whole lot at this point. But what I've played so far, and what you're seeing here, as the slogan for BK goes, I'm loving it. I will need to decide over time if I want to build community on this game. It feels like a good game to do that with. The PSO community versus like a lot of other communities outside of surprisingly the Souls games, because a lot of people say the Souls people are elitist. They're really kind of not. If you really try to get into the community, they're very willing to help you and see like what boss strats you're running and stuff like that. But outside of that, the PSO community has always been some of the nicer community members out there in the entirety of the gaming space. And this ignores a lot of communities that obviously I have not been a part of. I can only speak for the ones that I've been a part of in some way or another. But for the ones I've played, and this includes like Diablo 2, which is probably where I've dumped the most hours into, the original Phantasy Star Online probably being second place on that list. People are always friendly in this game, and it makes it a very welcoming experience. And to be able to do that same experience with a grander scale of what MMOs are now, like you can do up to 12-man parties in certain instances and whatnot, so like to be able to enjoy essentially a better version of like everything that was enjoyed in the Dreamcast days is something that's been super exciting to me. And ever since about 2 weeks before this came out, it kind of just hit me like, holy crap, this is actually real. It's given me something to look forward to over the last few weeks. So I guess that's kind of this video. If I had to recommend it, I would, because it's pretty great. Let me swap. I'm as cool as this Gunblade is, I like my range. I've gotten too used to it at this point. I suppose I could put spells on that too if I want to use the Gunblade instead, but fuck it. No need to not play it safe. So people are like further ahead, so I'm gonna try to get back in action with more people doing stuff. I see numbers going, so I'm gonna get with these guys. We got a code emergency, so there's still stuff that randomly happens, and, like missions and whatnot that I'm kind of getting used to. Like now I got dialogue and shit. Some like random forest quests. So I guess if you're free roaming an area, you can get random quests that come up, which is kind of nice because you probably get like XP and whatnot. I guess this is this game's equivalent to Fates in Final Fantasy XIV, but I don't know that for certain. Like I said, very much still learning. The entirety of the roughly, I guess as far as in-game time, it's just under 4 hours, but I really felt like I played for 5 hours, like real time. So the majority of that session, not that we didn't do anything, but there was a lot of learning involved. So
Change over. Code.
Can't really take in a lot to comment on, you know, like, hey, you can spell, you can learn this, you know. It's hard to put anything into words right now this early on, especially for a game as big as this. But if you enjoyed the original Phantasy Star Online, I keep forgetting like to say online because you know you could confuse it with the old game, but probably know what I'm talking about anyway. Like the original Phantasy Star Online, there is no reason to play this. I don't see, after 5 hours with it, I don't see a reason to turn away from it. And while a lot of it seems intimidating, it's fun. So I'm looking forward to getting more into this. It's a shame that, you know, server issues happened. Pretty much everyone who was streaming it couldn't actually, myself included, couldn't actually get in. I then started streaming it again towards tonight, but like then everybody and their mother were streaming it, so it is what it is. But like, it's a shame this only lasts through today, basically, and then it's done. I do hope they open up another beta for 2 reasons. 1, because of the issues. 2, because PC players kind of got left out of And I guess if we have other stuff to say, this is a closed beta, so an open beta will probably, hopefully, include the PC players as well, and you can test out like the cross-play functionality, which would be good. But that's pretty much all I got as we sit here and kill what seems like an endless wave of enemies. But you know, I'm trying to level anyway, so this is kind of okay. Like, I'm about to get level 5.
Completed.
I think upon getting level 5, I'll just go ahead and wrap this up. Because I don't really have a whole lot else to say. And really, when I make this video and listen to it later, I'm going to probably find out for myself that, like you guys are if I'm watching, that I didn't really have much to say. Because I'm kind of just rambling, and I'm really excited for this game. Play it. Really. It's fun. You can play it with friends. The combat's very smooth. I really just don't have any, I have no complaints. Which is crazy in gaming ages today, because there's usually just one thing or another. I suppose my only slight complaint I've already said, which is, you know, some hints of lag, but again, nothing that takes away from actually playing the game. Plus, there are, like, there are also a lot of people playing, so I guess it's to be expected, right? And it is a beta, everything's still being stress tested, so on and so forth, so it is what it is. But I hope to continue to enjoy this, potentially with friends I know, and then some, because definitely looking forward to getting into learning more spells, which evidently work like Diablo 1. Or it works this way in the original Phantasy Star too. You use discs that teach you the spells. So getting more disc spells, since I'm a caster class. Eventually getting my hands on the Levis cannon, because it is randomly a wand now. But of course that's way down the line. And feeding my mag, so hopefully it doesn't suck. These are current Phantasy Star goals. I'm following this guy, but I'm not even really sure that he's going with everybody else. There are a bunch of enemies over there, so... Okay, I see damage counters going. Alright, so we're going to continue this, or actually, I'm not quite at level 5 yet, but we're going to continue this and after course of action. Probably sit here for a bit. Probably not too much longer, because I got some stuff I want to do before I get right back on in a few hours when my friend wakes up and we get some urgent quests going on, because we weren't prepared for those. If someone happens to see this before, I don't even know when I'm going to post this. The beta might be over by the time I actually get this up, because I'm going to be playing all day and it doesn't leave a lot of space to actually put something up. Unless I like upload it before I head out. Now I'm really just rambling. So take care, guys. Enjoy this bit of gameplay that is going to take place as I wander around the same areas of the map over and over. Enjoy this bit of gameplay that's going to take place. We'll be getting to level 5. And it's a beta, really. Like, if you have the time and the access, try it out. I think you'll be, depending on the type of games you play, if you play action RPGs of any sort, this is a must. It's been that way since release on Dreamcast, and interesting enough, it's still very much, if the server traffic was any indication of anything, it is very much still relevant today. And I'm excited to enjoy this with the many, many, many others out there in the US that have not been able to play this for 7.5 years. Properly, anyway. Take care, all, and I will see y'all around. Bye.